So we move from, we're continuing our east to west move as we travel down Airport Boulevard. You can kind of tell, I don't know if you can see in the camera, some of the reasons why they call it the Date Bowl between Desert Mirage and CV High School. Now, Mr. Hogwing, who we just spoke with, off camera obviously, explained to us that the reason they call it the Date Bowl is because the high school stadium at CV High School is called the Date Bowl, and that it's one of the most historical stadiums in the Coachella Valley. It's the first stadium, and I'm proud to say that its current incarnation, mind you, the stadium actually burnt down, I believe back in the 80s, and believe it or not, my grandfather actually built the current Date Bowl on the campus of CV High School I'd say about 20, 30 years ago. Approximately about 20 years ago. And should be noted, we were at Desert Mirage before that. My father was the supervising, I guess you'd say the construction supervisor, or they call him the construction manager, he oversaw the construction of Desert Mirage High School and the junior high and the elementary school that surround it. At the time, I think it was in 2004, the super campus, the K-12, they called it the K-12 site, over where Desert Mirage and the elementary school and the junior high is, I don't know what those names are, where that super campus is. At the time, back in the early 2000s, that was the largest high school campus, or the largest school campus of its kind in the state of California. So, a little side note there on Desert Mirage and its surrounding campuses. Right now, we're continuing down towards Indio. We're gonna go from, we're gonna make the move from Airport Boulevard onto Monroe Street and head towards Indio High School. Now, here's a trivia question for you. We mentioned before that the Coachella Valley High School, the home of the Arabs, where we just left, who, by the way, I always forgot how awesome CV's uniforms are. They are a green and gold, and everyone's going, Packer green and gold. No. This is before the Packers, okay? This is green and gold, and they look so awesome. My first favorite uniform has got to be the Shadow Hills Knights. Gotta love that purple, silver, and black. But and unfortunately, we're not going to visit Shadow Hills tonight. But side note, we mentioned that Coachella Valley High School was the first high school in the Coachella Valley, hence why it's called Coachella Valley High School. Do you know what the second high school built in the Coachella Valley was? And it was shortly after after CV was built. Know the answer? Well, you probably won't have a chance to answer me, because this won't be uploaded onto YouTube until after the video that's going to have the answer on it is published. So you'll find out, you'll find out sooner than later. Well, we're on the road. We're headed down Monroe Street, headed towards the city of Indio. Next on our list after the Rajas, well, it's either going to be La Quinta, Palm Desert, or Palm Springs. So those are the other three teams that are on the schedule for playing home games tonight. On the road tonight, Shadow Hills. They are I believe they're in Ramona, and we're taking on Ramona High School rather. I think that's in San Bernardino, but I could be wrong. Shadow Hills is on the road. Xavier and Desert Hot Springs played last night, and Desert Christian and Desert Chapel both on the road, and so is Cathedral City is also on the road. So plenty of schools on the road. A lot of schools are going to be at home next week, except for Shadow Hills. They will play back-to-back road games before coming home against Banning in 2 weeks. All right, guys. Well, we're going to sign off, and we will be back when we hit the high school in Indio High School, the home of the Rajas.